awesome sauce. Hello, folks. This is Blind Adam the Comic Pimp. This is the Awesome Sauce Comics Podcast. It is February 19th, 2016. We are back on the scene. As I plug in this headphone now. I think it goes in like that. You ass clown. So that goes in like that, yo. And you put that in there like Lieutenant in horror and shit. And then, you know, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Friday. I still need to go see Deadpool. That's not it. 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 Now we got it. But first I'd like to play a news article about a new support group for people with visual impairments. I mean, if you're going for vision loss, it can be very, very, very difficult. I mean, you can feeling like a girl on the PMS, and you feel like your world's just topsy-turvy upside down. So, I discovered that if it wasn't for the couple support groups I go to, and the comic book industry, and doing podcasts, and, you know, realizing that you don't need sight to have a vision. You just got ask, believe, and receive. And sometimes you just need to get by from a little help from your friends. You know, sometimes you just have to have a hobby, do something. But sometimes it helps to be around other people who know what you're going through. And that's why, if you are going through vision loss, and you're having a rough time with it, you know, we can't all be Matt Murdock. We can't all be Jordan LaForge and shit. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this article I found on the interwebs. And I'll maybe just get some people in the New York, New Jersey area some additional help. Joe, you're welcome.
Support group. Do you know of someone, a friend, the state of New Jersey? Support group. Do you know of someone, a friend, the family member or neighbor who is blind, experienced vision issues? So please make them aware of a new support group called Transcending Blindness TB. Transcending Blindness has been established in order to facilitate discussion concerning what it means to be blind and to share one another's experiences. This support group will also serve as a means of continual socialization for those who may feel discouraged or disconnected from life. TB will also share technology information along with a wide variety of skills needed to cope with being blind. Jerome Carr, who is also blind, will serve as the facilitator of TB. The group will meet every second Wednesday from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. starting March 9, 2016 at the Otto Calvin Recreation Center, 356 Spelman Road, Spelman, New Jersey. For more information or to register, please feel free to contact Jerome at the following number: link 908. Link 8295-429 or by way of his email at linksamsetcat7@gmail.com. Forwarded by.
So yeah, I mean, if you're in central New Jersey, if you're in New Jersey, contact Jerome. You know, it's not the end of the world. You don't need sight to have a vision. You don't need sight to do great things in your life. You know, and sometimes just taking the first step is the hardest step, I know. But just, you know, hey man, you don't have to be alone, man. If you can always contact me, you know, I am Blind Adam the Comic Pimp. You can always be reached at 201-675-2104. ComicPimpVIP@gmail. I'm at most conventions. You can always catch me at Scores New York. Scores New York is the official gentleman's club of the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. They're from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. You know. You can always find me on Facebook. always find me on the Twitters. Just search for the Comic Pimp. Testify! Touch the sky! Testify! For Cocoa Puffs! Never seen a dog jump. Ash, do that again! That was kind of cool. Bunghole dog. Right. But yeah, man, it's interesting. Like I said, I don't have much to say today. I want to say last night's Legends of Tomorrow was awesome. But, let me do the spoiler warnings. Why I'm trying to find this clip of me and my friend, the Wolf Doctor, which was done a while back. The Wolf Doctor is a good friend of the show's. Her, Miss Silva, who's definitely a good friend of the show. Yo, Miss Silva, where's the recording of my book? You said you was going to read me the Blueprint to Start an Escort Service, written by Vicky Gallus, back during New York Comic-Con. It's now February. And I know you had to be like Mario's bitch, or Luigi's bitch, and you worked the Nintendo thing, and you worked the Boston Car Show, and you're at the World Nintendo New York Opening. I know you work in all sorts of other stuff, and that's the reason I wasn't able to hire you to work with me out in the Roseback Convention Center on March 12th and 13th for Heroes and Villains Fest. So I want to know, where's my book at? You gotta put the power on if you want them to do anything, dude. Where's my book, woman? Cause I'll give you a pin to do. Hello? Hello? And goodbye. And God bless. No, not you. Not you. Not you. Oh, looking for clips, my lord. Oh, kumbaya. We want clips, my lord. Oh, kumbaya. Nope. 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 Yeah, so I want my book. But they do a podcast every Friday. They talk about Pokemon. It's the Poke Problems Podcast. And then we're going to find it. Yeah, we finally got it. Alright, cool. We found stuff. I want my medal. I want my cookie. I want all sorts of things you get for getting stuff. Ooh, okay, stuff. But Spoilers. 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 Yeah, gonna spoil shit. Alright. I'm gonna say there's only one scene that was like the money shot in last night's Legends of Tomorrow. And of course that's when the Wade Rider crashes onto Star City 2046. You know, that was the money shot of the episode. Cannot wait for next week's episode, when you get the one-armed Oliver Queen. Don't know why they didn't go with the classic Frank Miller look of that. Instead they had to give it a fucking bionic arm and shit. But you know, that's just how that rolls. You know, I'm really also starting to really dig the interplay between Leonard Snart and Sarah Lance on the show. I want to see them hook up. You know, really want to see them hook up, man. I also really like that, you know, I think that Heat Wave, you know, punked out Ray Palmer, and then Ray Palmer earned Heat Wave's respect. You know, really like the fact that they played some old Flash continuity with the carving on the arm. You know, I'm having such a blast with this show. Like I said yesterday, I cannot wait to see things like the Frank Miller looking Oliver Queen. We're finally going to get a really good adaptation of Jonah Hex. We still got Ra's al Ghul coming. The real Ra's al Ghul, not Merlin. You know, we got... But, this is just fun. This next week, we got King Shark on The Flash. Good time to be picking up your Superboy number 0 and number 9s. You know, as well as, I think it was whatever the last two... There was also an issue of the Flash Season 0, which had King Shark in it as well. Then you got, Vixen on Arrow. You know, still gotta rewatch that CWC animated thing. It was alright, but wasn't really a big fan of it. I gotta give it a second try. And then, you got, old school Dark Knight Returns, Oliver Queen, and Legends of Tomorrow. I can't wait. I mean, you got a lot of them are inching closer and closer to March 25th. Supes versus Bats. The Bat of Gotham versus the Man of Steel. Still not, you know, 100% sold on Jesse Eisenberg. And then we got DC Comics Rebirth coming out, which will relaunch the entire DC universe, and it looks like we're getting a lot of old school pre-New 52 stuff back. It looks like everything's gonna get merged. You know, Batman 50 be coming. I can't wait. I'm gonna read my comics later on tonight. Finally. You know, but I'm gonna play my friend the Wolf Doctor's little thing we did back during the holidays. As I finally found it. I get a little more inventory out of the system. Get it to the Awesome Sauce Comics damn line. And, but, I mean, Legends of Tomorrow, cannot wait. I'm digging it. I'm really liking the team. Even Rip Hunter's growing on me a little bit. Now, Venom Savage, decent enough villain. You know, but, you know, it's gonna be awesome to the sauce. Testify!
Been great today. What's up with me? I'm the Wolf Doctor from the Poke Problems podcast, with Miss Silver, who is also a good friend of the show, right?
Yeah. Right now she was stolen from me by Mario and Luigi, so. Yeah. She's gonna kill us. She's
probably gonna kill us. Yeah. So, I was thinking that today we could talk a bit about what's going on in the DC TV series, with the exception of Supergirl, because I haven't watched that show yet. You have. You like that show, right?
Yes, I have. You are missing out. It's probably one of the more light-hearted DC shows, and, it's more... I think they're trying to focus that more towards girls and women than maybe some of the other shows. They're trying to do a little bit more of like a romance with it, I think, and a little bit more, but still, it's a great show. I wasn't expecting much from it when I first saw it, and now I'm really, really super, super into it.
I could probably get into it if it's going to be lighthearted. One of the things I think about a lot of these DC shows is I know they're trying to go for that gritty Nolan kind of feel. Some of them are really missing the mark on that, but I'd like them to be more fun overall. So maybe I should start watching Supergirl.
See, the problem with Supergirl for me, it's at the same night and same time slot as Gotham. And,
That's weird. I didn't realize that. So, whoa.
Yeah, so, basically, I was watching Supergirl live and watching Gotham on Hulu or the Fox website, but then I have to wait like 8 fucking days. So, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So, and I discovered that I can watch Supergirl on the computer, because it's up at midnight on the CBS website.
Oh, that makes it a lot handier, actually.
So now I'm just going.
Yeah, because waiting a week and a half, that means you're caught up. It's not a week and a half, it's a week and a day. So even if you're caught up, like online, you can't catch the next episode without being behind.
Yeah, so when Gotham comes back from its winter break, I'm gonna flip it.
Sounds good.
Just because this way my reviews are even more timely too.
Yeah, that certainly helps. Man, so have you watched all of Jessica Jones already too?
I just finished it the other night.
Alright, that's gonna be my winter break show, because I hear it's amazing.
You have to watch it. Of course, I'm sure Miss Silver shared with you my experience with the cast at Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, she showed me some pictures. I mean, Kristen Ritter's face is almost obscured, but I can still tell it's her.
Yeah, and now I see you. I think I have you the one to thank for the term molesting a woman's face.
I think I said that, yes.
I'm not going to deny that didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what?
The thing is, Kristen Ritter, I've always liked her work in general. Like, I think the first thing I ever really noticed her in was in Breaking Bad, where she played a super tragic character, and she was excellent.
I had to one day watch Breaking Bad.
I think it's a great show. I think 4 out of the 5 seasons were really good, and they just keep building up. And then for me, the 5th season wasn't as good, but you still gotta watch it. You know what I mean? Like, if you start, you gotta watch the last season. That's just how it is. I recommend it. I think it's still. I think it was more shocking when it came out. The first season came out 7 or 8 years ago. I think it was more shocking then, but it's still a pretty intense show. I like it.
No. I'll just have to go catch a rerun or something and just give it a shot. Way too much good TV right now.
I know.
So, which one of the shows do you want to tackle first? Arrow, Flash, or Gotham?
Okay, we should definitely do Flash and Arrow together because, they have the crossovers, and and they really benefit on being on the same network. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that going. So let's do Gotham first.
Okay. Basically, just to give a quick summary of the season, basically, Callahans break everyone out of prison. Basically, Callahan is trying to take over the city. Big little plot to have set up Cobblepot to have him taken out. Kidnaps Penguin's mom. Penguin's mom gets killed. What they're doing with Eddie Enigma, my boy, making him go a little cray-cray.
Cray, yeah.
But didn't like the fact that they killed Miss Kringle off. Brought in a bunch of new characters, Silver St. Cloud. Tried to make her the love interest for Bruce this season. Basically, the last episode, basically dealt with that. I'm going to let you pick up a little bit more of the summary here for a second, because,
Yeah. So, let me pick that up a little bit. We had some episodes, like with the Pikes, the arsonist,
yep.
with the daughter, Bridget, who's going to end up being Firefly, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Those are kind of a little out of the middle in there.
Yeah,
there was the weird wedding. You skipped the weird wedding.
definitely.
The cathedral thing. The kidnapping. Barbara, it's unclear to me what exactly is going to end up happening with Barbara. I was a little weirded out about her being Barbara, because, in my mind, Barbara is Commissioner Gordon's daughter, But you looked at some of the old comic stuff, looked it up, and saw that, they're in some of the past canon stuff, he had a wife named Barbara as well. So I feel less bad about that.
Yeah. Since I'm like the comic book guy, everyone I know who watches these shows, and they ask me I'm the all-five freaking oracle of everything. I had to remind certain people of the fact that he did have a wife named Barbara too.
Yeah, that part creeped me out a little bit. But I figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the storyline. I like the overall storyline with Silver St. Cloud. She's kind of a honey trap for Bruce. I liked that Bruce kind of saw through it eventually. He wasn't so naive.
Yeah, I think that's cause Selena smartened him up.
Yeah, Selena's definitely one of my favorite characters on this show, and I think she got some good work in this season. I liked that a lot. So here's my question for you. You said you liked it that Miss Kringle died.
No, I said that's something I didn't like.
Oh, I thought you said you did like that.
No, that's something that was probably like my saddest moment of the season, because what I wanted to see happen is I wanted to see her turn crazy and become the Riddler's version. I basically wanted Kringle to become the Riddler's version of Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's a good idea. I do like that. I also thought they played her death a little too fast in my mind. I was just like, she died? That happened right now? That really didn't look like that happened. I guess they are using that as like the catalyst for him to go full Riddler.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of like a little too much.
Yeah. I mean, I did not like it. I will agree. I didn't like it. I thought, I also didn't see him as such a killer. I know that was an accident. But I didn't think he had progressed to that point yet, as a character.
And the comic books, he's not a killer. That's why it kind of just irritated me.
Yeah. So I have to ask you, is this whole thing with Galavan, did that have any basis in the comics? I think I know that the girl, his sister, Tabitha, she's a free villain character, right? The Tigress.
Yeah. Bronze Tiger. And it's a character I'm not 100% familiar with, and I would have to do some research on it. But the whole
Galavan Dumas thing in the comics?
Yeah. The Dumas thing is that Galavan, I think, is an original character.
Okay.
But basically, they are integrating different parts from different comic book stuff into the character.
Yeah. Okay. So the Dumas thing is an established kind of canon thing.
Yeah. It was introduced in a comic book series called Batman Sword of Azrael, and they're also mixing in something from the Court of Owls story.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's getting... The thing about the whole Dumas thing is it's starting to seem almost a little too pulpy for me, for Gotham. I was hoping... I mean, I feel like the way Gotham is going now, they set it up as Bruce is a young man. Commissioner Gordon is just a detective. He's a younger guy. I feel like there's a long way to go before Batman becomes a thing in this show. But they're really progressing a lot of other storylines, getting really pulpy. I'm worried it's gonna make everything happen really early in the show.
I'm actually trying to just ignore comic book canon when I watch the show, and just try to enjoy it as a show, because I don't know what they're doing sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the old Batman TV series, I don't know. I don't know if you're a lover or a hater, but the classic Batman TV series was super campy, but not this kind of campy. You know what I mean? This is like someone dies every week, and a lot of stuff happens in this show. Like, they're burning through characters right and left, and I like that they bring in a lot of new characters. But I expect the death of a main character. I mean, they haven't foreshadowed the death of a main character yet, but I feel like any of them could go at any time, the way they're running this show.
And that's the way they want it. They want you to feel.
I know. They want that. They want it to feel a little more immediate, but we know that eventually these people are all going to be in the DC universe, 15 years from now as their mature version, to some extent.
I don't see the show going 15 years, but
No. I mean, it can't. But that's kind of there's definitely some tension between the fact that we know, in canon, all of these characters, exist as their 15 years in the future version. So killing them off now would be kind of like shooting yourself in the foot in some ways.
yeah. I guess my whole thing is, hey, if you like these shows, go seek out the source material.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some of these characters that even I, as a fairly casual comics reader, recognize. Like, Silver St. Cloud. I mean, she was a long time one interest of Batman. In in the pretty early phase, like the 60s, 50s, 60s, right?
Mid-70s.
Mid-70s.
Yeah. But if you want a really, really good Silver St. Cloud story, there's a hardcover called Batman Widening Gyre that I highly recommend.
That would be like, if you want to know about Silver St. Cloud, that would be the one to read.
Yeah, it was written by Kevin Smith.
Oh, I think I've read about that one. I don't want to give it away in case people actually want to read it. So I think I have not read it, but I think I read about it and what happened in that comic.
Yeah, that's That's the one I recommend. I recommend the highest out of all her stories. And yeah, I am biased.
You're a Kevin Smith fan, it's true.
Actually, yeah, but he's my mentor, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you knew him that well.
Hello, folks. I'm sorry if you had a couple minutes of dead air. I was eating dinner while I played this clip. I'm going to play the rest of it now.
I would agree that it'd be kind of a... If they didn't tell us what was up with Barry on Earth 2, that would be... Like, I feel like they'd have to work that in somehow. And I like the idea that he could be sued. But I had no theories on that at all, unfortunately.
3327.
Okay. All right. So what about Arrow? You want to talk a little bit about Arrow? We've been kind of, in the background talking about it a little bit, but let's get a little more focused on that.
Let's see. Damien Dark has some master plan for Star City, and Oliver's running for mayor.
Yeah, Sarah got resurrected.
Yeah, that's basically the short version of the summary. You got Quentin being a double agent, and Sarah was resurrected, so she can go to the Legends of Tomorrow show. Just to let you know, if I ever get to see the actress who plays her, Katie Latz, I will molest her face.
She needs to look out for that, at the next convention.
She's going to be at the Heroes Fest, I'm going to tell you, so I'm going to drop some money for that privilege.
All right. Yeah, I actually really like the actress who plays Sarah. She I think she fits the role. Like her sound, her look, like the expressions she plays on her face. I like her a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. But keep on getting this grave scene that the big question is going to be who's going to be in the grave.
Right. So I was kind of, I know you're a Felicity hater. I was kind of hoping it was Felicity just because she just had that end of season cliffhanger thing going, and that would be a big move, and that would really change their team a lot.
It's not going to be Felicity. She's too beloved. Like I was telling you when we were off air, I think it's going to be Quentin.
You think it's going to be Quentin? What about, I would say Diggle is getting to a point where it could be Diggle, too.
I think so, but I think Warner Brothers has, they introduced him into the comics, and he's become kind of beloved. Even though I think they may have killed him in the comics, because I'm just starting to catch up with my Green Arrow reading now, because it's one of the books that got stale for a while.
Okay. So you think it's going to be Quentin? Because you said you have some indication in the comics that it seems like that could be a possibility.
Yeah, you see, Dinah's father in the comics actually does get killed in a police battle. And the way they're playing the whole double agent thing this season just
Uh-oh. Well, folks, this is Adam the Comic Pimp. This is the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. That was a discussion I had with the Wolf Doctor. With the Wolf Doctor of motherfucking Massachusetts. She does the Pokey Problems podcast with Miss Silva. Still want my book. Making myself some frozen pizza right now. And I'm going to say thank you all for a year, almost a year of awesomeness. Thank you for helping me make my dreams come true. Listen to the Pokey Problems podcast. PokeyProblemsblogspot.com. Hey Wolf, how you doing? If there's any dead air, I apologize. I'm gonna go enjoy my dinner. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the goal. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Blind Adam out.
Cap S. App switcher. Camera. Cap 8. Cap H. Home.